Oh, mommy, 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 mommy. We done made it halfway. This is day 20. Today is the halfway mark of my juice cleanse. And as touching on yesterday's wonderful video, the biggest change isn't always physical, although I have lost about 16 pounds of waste. 16. And that could be water, that could be waste, that could be a hole, that could be your ex, that could be a lot of stuff. Just going down the just drain, literally. The biggest change isn't always physical. I'm learning with this identity project, I'm learning how I make decisions when I'm uncomfortable. So welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. If you're new here, my name is Bree. My friends call me Brizzy, and I thought it would be absolutely ludicrous just to change everything that's going on in my life. And I've invested around $2,000 into a juicing coach or a cleansing coach, I would say. So I have a private coach, and you might ask, why do you need that? You've been juicing, you've been fasting since you were 16, 17. That's because I'm also a recovering food addict. And when your addictions have taken full control of your life, you need to look outside of your current circumstances. You need cleaner water being filtered in. And that could be through programs, that can be through, I don't know, retreats. I like the intimate. I want to be able to ask what I want. I know I'm not going to be processing things like an average person. Not saying that everybody here is average. We're all different types of average, okay? For my specific type of OCD, ADHD, compulsiveness, lineage-wise, I needed individual attention, just like a Leo would say. I need individual attention. And I also need it for accountability. I need to know that I can't run and put my tail behind my metaphorical butt or anything when things get tough. And yesterday's video, we talked on the difference between brute force and psychological strength. And if you haven't watched it yet, I think that would be a perfect segue to this video right here. So we are halfway through, and as I mentioned, some people cleanse for weight loss. I'm doing it to rebalance my nervous system. I am doing it to heal the symptoms of brain fog. I'm doing it to just cleanse and purify my body as best as I can. So whatever comes in my field, I can recognize what pureness is, what are the things I actually want to attract in my life, and not just the distractions and not just the addictions and not just the patterns. You know, when you do a hard reset on yourself, not only does your palate change, like I've known that for experience. Every time I fast, my taste buds change. They go back to homeostasis. The things you were eating, you can barely stomach anymore because you're like, whoa, I have truly been using this to numb because there is no way this is legal. How much flavor, how much sugar, how much salt, how much extra additives, how much red dye 40, how, like, you actually pick up on it. But like with most things, when things become a habit or a pattern, you become immune to it in relationships, in your work, and you take it for granted. I'm talking to me. Of course, that's not you. I'm talking to me. So initially, and you know, it's so funny that when you start resetting your energy before we really get into this, when you start resetting your energy, you don't have to say much. People feel it. And I think men feel it, like they express how they feel it. Like I was doing a gig tonight and I've been doing gigs and all that to maintain my lifestyle with this added, I'm taking different enzymes. Those are a few $100s. I'm doing clay and psyllium husk and the produce. You're spending around $40 a day averaged out for this juice because you're drinking numerous amounts of juice. You're drinking about 7 quarts of juice, which is a little over a gallon. Well, it's a lot over a gallon. It's like a gallon and a half. And so I'm doing these side gigs and, still working like 8 to 10 hours a day, still being able to do this while still believing I am in survival mode. But I know what you're thinking. You're like, oh, if I do something hard while I have accepted that I'm in survival mode, wouldn't that just send me over? You would think. And that's probably what you've been told. No, doing something as crazy and as unorthodox as a 40-day juice cleanse is probably what's gonna bring you back to yourself. It's probably what you needed to really you really had to bet on yourself. This was not cheap. I said I invested almost $2,000 in that. I'm not going to lose $2,000. No, where does it hurt? Where does it hurt? Are you positively reinforced? Like, do you enjoy people clapping for you and the ribbons and the trophies and, the affection? Or are you negatively motivated? Do you fear losing something? Does that ignite you? I think that's really important to know, especially if you're an athlete like me. I would die before I lose. Or if I had beef, I was a little spicy younger when I was younger. If I had beef with somebody around across the court, like, you would have to God himself would have to come and collect me before I take my knee off your neck. So now you just gotta channel that in more productive ways. Like that lion, that beast is always gonna be in you. You just now need something worth fighting for, and your life and your legacy is a great place to start. Making that promise to yourself that I'm just gonna do something different for this short season, and let's just see what comes of it, because I can't do the same thing over and over and over again, because that's not why I'm here. I'm here to experience different forms of life. I'm here to experience different adventures, opportunities, all that. And I found myself being just, let me stay small, let me stay stuck. And of course, we're going to get into how that can come about. That can come about through your marriage, you absorbing your partner's energy. That can come through relationship. That could be ancestrally. You were conditioned to play small as a way to not threaten your well-being. We're going to get into all that. We got time. We got time. So, woo, originally when I thought this out, I thought this would be, oh my gosh, I can't stop eating. I can't stop, ordering Uber Eats. I had the starting date to start a cleanse in March of 2025. It's January 2026. That's how good of a salesperson I am. I've always scored high in persuasion and, those aptitude tests or whatever. I'm like, oh, that's not me. Girl, you're so dang good at persuading yourself, you don't even know when you're doing it. How good is that? It's pretty dang good. I thought this would be about willpower, the hunger, the detox, like the real gritty, but I'm telling you, it comes down to self-trust. That internal audience that is governing and watching everything you're doing. Oh, she kept her word. Okay. Okay. Maybe we can, venture out more. Maybe we can trust ourselves in relationships. Maybe we can trust ourselves delivering food and not being so absorbed by the smell of your and this is I'm picking up from my favorite restaurants and I'm like, "Hey Rachel, yeah, I'm not ordering. I'm actually working." They're like, "You're working?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got to order for Demonte. Yeah, okay. Thank you, girl." And I have to walk out of that place. But as my self-trust is increasing with every day that I just follow through, the time is going to move regardless. You might as well do. I can't even believe if you would have asked me, if I didn't have access to a calendar and you would have asked me, what day do you think it is? And I had no sense of time. I'd be like, are we in day 7, day 8? I don't know. No, girl, you're halfway there. It's day 20. So 3 shifts that actually changed is number 1, your cravings are going to change. You're never hungry. Mind you, you're never hungry. You're getting you're still consuming a regular amount of calories. It's just through juice form. It's through actual nutrients, actual minerals, actual electrolytes that your body's like, dang, we have been chronically dehydrated, which most Americans are, for so long. Oh, this is what you've been telling yourself you're hungry this whole time, and you've just been chronically dehydrated. And I know you don't want to hear that. I remember I told my mom that once, and she almost cussed me out. I'm like, what if you're not hungry? What if you're just thirsty? And she gave me the death stare. She was not willing to accept that, because we're told one thought: if we feel hungry, then we must eat. You're emotionally hungry. You're spiritually hungry. You're occupationally hungry. You're relationally hungry. It all feels the same when you don't know how to decipher and you've been numbing yourself for so long. The cravings aren't about food, they're about emotional and mental starvation. Okay? And mineral starvation. You're probably minerally dehydrated. Number two, my decision making. You want to put your decision making on Front Street of where your decisions lie. Do something hard, like taking away your favorite thing. Matter of fact, take two things away. That may be overwhelming for most, but once you're ready to change, that's just light work. 11:11, as I'm reminded that. That's the gateway, baby. Shopping and food. Spending and food. Okay? I'm still getting like a kick though, because I'm spending on like very quality produce and digestive enzyme. Things that are actually going to give me a feedback that's going to show up on my skin. That's going to, even though like I'm getting blemishes, but they're gone in like a day or two. Like, this one's huge. I'm like, I know, but I've been doing red light therapy as well. This used to be like twice that size. You can see it in previous videos, but it's finally starting to decrease. I'm like, don't mess with it. Don't pop it. That's just inflammation leaving my body. I'm gonna let it do its thing. I'm gonna let my lymph nodes, all that do its natural thing. My job is to get out of the way of what my body has been doing for centuries and for God knows how long biologically. Your job is to get out the way. That's why having a community and having a coach that would just be like, sit here, do this, do that, you'll get success. All right, cool, cool, cool. In that aspect, I like being told what to do. In general, don't tell me what to do. But when I know, I guess it just comes with the level of maturity. You have to just surrender to something bigger than yourself, sweetheart. Something you can respect, something that's worth it. I'm getting all the 11 11s. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Can you see that? That's me. But it says 2111. Oh, you can't see it. No? Can you see it? There you go. Oh, there you go. 111. Initiation. Initiation. And I said this in my previous video. I would advise you to put a baby picture of yourself. Look at her. Look at that little cutie. Look at that cutie. Focus in for me, please. Oh, that doesn't do it. Okay. And I'm looking at her, looking at me. Like, I'm so proud of you. Don't you want your daughter to have kids? My dog looks at me like that sometimes, but I feel like it's a little incentivized. But I look at that picture, I'm like, I'm gonna make you proud. I'm gonna be the person that we have never seen in our lifetime. I'm going to be that person for you because we haven't experienced it. Oh, that hits me. That hits me. Oh, that hits me. All right. Shift number 3, your identity starts shifting. You start to actually believe yourself that when you say you're going to commit to something, you're committed. You walk different, your shoulders are back a little further. People pick up on this energy. Like I said, people want to talk to me more often, and I've always considered myself a pretty bubbly person. One core belief I have is I can make friends wherever I go. Now, do I want those friends? That's subjective, but I've always believed that more than not, people are excited to see me. That could be in my own fantasy, that can be whatever. But how they're interacting with me is being just completely different. I was going to pick up at this restaurant it's an Afghani restaurant. It's called the Kebab House. And every time I go in there, Papa, I call him Papa. I try to make relationships with these people. And even though I'm there for a service, I want to show that I'm appreciative and I acknowledge people and I speak to people and I just let them know, like, I appreciate you doing all this, even though they're getting paid and I'm getting like probably a fraction of what they're doing. I appreciate them. So today, I went in there to pick up an order, and the son of the owner was actually there. So I don't really get to see him. He's usually in the back. I'm usually talking to Papa, and you know how you know Middle Eastern men are. Um, I just know when I go in there, I'm a little girl. Every time I go in there, I be pretending like I'm his little princess and all that. Papa, is the order ready yet? And I rarely have to wait. And there's people in there that'll be waiting forever on the phone. I rarely have to wait. And he'll usually give me a little candy or something. I love that masculine energy. And so his son was there, and I came in, I was like, "Hi, I'm here to pick up," I didn't readily recognize him, but, um but yeah, he came out, he was on the phone, I was like, "Oh, okay, you're on the phone." I just make it a point where, everybody's in a rush. You get paid for how many orders you can do or whatever, but I'm like, I'm not in a rush. That's one of the biggest things you can remind yourself. I'm not in a rush in life. I'm not in a rush in my car. I'm not in a rush. Mind you, this is a person coming that I needed to be in control. Like, there's probably nail marks in my steering wheel from always being like, "I gotta go, I gotta go. It's all on me. It's all on me." Have a little faith in God, huh? You ain't gotta do it all. It's all on you to make your heart beat. It's all on you to expand your lungs. It's all on you to regenerate your skin. It's all on you. No, yeah, I think you need to get over that. Anywho, this week I just noticed, I'm starting to notice things at places I frequent often. I'm picking up more sensors from around me. And I'm just like, I was looking at they had these huge televisions. I'm like, whoa! And it had something like it was a cooking show on one, and I think we were looking at the pyramids of Giza on the other one. And I was just like, oh my gosh, my heart is calling for travel. My heart is calling to be around different cultures. My heart is just calling to be able to do this. So I'm getting it's so crazy how I'm getting little glimpses of it. And I just get so giddy and I get so excited. I'm like, oh, I know this can be my life. I know this can be my life. And so I go to check in. He was off the phone. I was like, "Hey, brother, I'm here for yo, 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 yo." He's like, "Okay, yeah, that'll be about 5 minutes." And that's something you never want to hear because you want to just get in and get out and go. And I was like, "Okay, no problem." I was like, "Hey, brother, do we always have these? Do we just get these?" And I say we as a collective, not did you. Hey, did we just get these TVs here? He's like, "Oh, those?" He's like, "No, I've had those for like 3 months." I'm like, "Brother, I've never noticed these right here." I was like, "Oh my gosh, I love it." Not later than 10 seconds later, he comes out with a cup of I don't know what type of tea it was. Oh gosh. It's about size of this mic too. It was about size of this mic. I was so grateful, and he put me in the seat right next to, it's the seat I always sit in. It's like a booth where Papa usually sits, and, there's only a couple of people in the restaurant, and I was like he's like, "This for you." I said I said, "Thank you so much. That makes me feel really good." I tell you, I went into a trance. I was sipping that. I said, I was sipping it like it was the most delicate, precious gift I have ever gotten. It reminds me of an Indian tea I used to drink uh, with my roommate from college. Um, I would go with her family. She's Indian, and I would go with her family when I couldn't afford to like go back to California to visit my family during college. So I got really accustomed to like the Indian culture, some of the Middle Eastern culture, Southeast Asian culture, and all that. And it just it felt so soothing. I was like, okay, this is not gonna mess up. No, this is not gonna mess up my fast because I didn't taste anything, like, there's no mangoes or anything, it was just herbal, soothing. I sat with that and I just drank it so slow, and I was just like, "Thank you so much for this wonderful and bless your water, bless your tea." Your nur means light. I put light into my tea. Oh, and I felt it going down. I didn't even know somebody was calling me. They were like, "Your your order's ready. Your order's ready. Oh, here we go. It's ready." I'm like, "Oh, oh my gosh." I'm so sorry. It was another chef that brought it out. I was like, I'm so sorry. He was probably like, who is this girl making love to this tea like this? I was just so grateful that they thought of me. Nobody has you. People aren't entitled to do nice things for you. But when they do happen, celebrate that. I feel like it just sends out just a shock of energy to be like, yeah, this is what I like. This is what makes her really happy. She likes to be given. She likes to be provided for. Oh my gosh. I sipped, and even when the order was there and I know I should just go, I sipped until my tea was finished. And I was like, oh, thank you so much. And I didn't even get a chance to say thank you. I just had to leave and just hope and know that he knows I'm just grateful. And it was amazing. Just little gifts like that. Be aware to little gifts like that. You start becoming more in tune with that. It's still uncomfortable. This process is still uncomfortable because I am craving Indian food, my favorite Indian food, downtown, which is called Bombay Grill if you're in Idaho. Oh, there's sambusa. Is it sambusas or samosas? I get it confused because in Belize, I think there's samosas, Belizean food, and I freaking love those, or sambusas. It's either or, but I love both of them. Sambusas and samosas. Oh gosh, veggie ones. Oh gosh. Okay, just pop the pan, just pop it off, pop the pants off. Okay, take me, just take me. No, no. Okay, it's still uncomfortable. I still have moments where I do want to be like, oh my God, that would satisfy me so much if I just had to take. I just don't even want to chew it. I just want to lick it. But I'm realizing more and more that that's just muscle memory. Like when you have a twitch, it doesn't mean your whole body's about to start convulsing. It's like, oh, that was cute. Okay, all right. Yeah. It's just a passing thing. Like, oh yeah. But we're on this thing right now. And when you start seeing a little bit of cheekboneage, that's a little inspiring too. That's a little inspiring too. So essentially, the hardest part is not the hunger. It's the occasional boredom. It's the quiet middle where like nobody really knows what you're doing. Nobody really claps for you. Um, except in your group. Like people were talking about their poop. People talking about they almost cussed out their husband. They talked about they had to hide in the closet because the grave. I was like, I'm gonna have to handcuff myself to a radiator. There's no way I could do this. And then you can just get to a point where, okay, I think I have to do this. I have to do this. I have to do this. I have to figure this out. I have to explore this just to know. Just to know, what if this is my divine destiny? What if this is the catalyst to where I'm supposed to be? And one random person comes on my videos and is just like, oh my gosh, this is the daily accountability I need. Oh, this is how it's going to look daily, day to day. And you're going to see my skin change day to day. You're going to see my weight change day to day. You're going to see my boobs go down. I feel like I've already lost a cup. I'm like, babies, it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure. Wherever you go, transmute into something great, my baby. It's my baby. But it's worth exploring. And I'm telling you, your 3D, your world starts to mirror back the cleansing that's happening in your body. And that also means things that you have not dealt with coming to the surface, and just deal with them. Just go ahead and deal with them, even if you're shaking, even if you're like, I don't want to deal with that right now. Get it off your plate because that's just going to add energetic weight. And we're trying to get rid of waste. We're trying to get rid of weight that's no longer belongs to us. We're burning through that. Let's just burn through that so we don't have to revisit again. So even though we have forgotten what we need to do, it's still holding up capacity and energy in the back of our mind, and we're not even aware of it. We're just crabby, or we're just frustrated all the time, or we're just upset. It's like, no, because your to-do list has gotten out of control. You haven't tapped into your responsibility, and you haven't tapped into your divine alignment. So yeah, friction equals frustration when you're not in alignment. So yeah, this next part is really about just psychological strength, what we're actually going to need from this point on. Calm decisions, consistency, discipline for the right reasons, respect. That's where, that's the soil where a garden can grow. So if you're starting over in any area of your life, leave a comment that you're still here. Halfway is where people quit, even before halfway. If we're basing it off the statistics of like New Year's of people who go to the gym, most people quit by the third week. I think it's changed a lot since COVID. I've seen a lot more active, intentional people, but the statistics still say that more than half people quit in the first week. So given a year, that's not even halfway. So that's saying people quit in the first, if we were based off the 40-day cleanse, people would quit after 3 days. Once the high of the decision runs off. This is how I know I'm sold out. I'm like, I can do this for 100 days. Oof, oof. I don't know about that. That's the same with posting too. It was only scary up until I did it. I'm like, oh shoot, I could do this every day. I could do this every day. Getting accountability like this of ways I can look back and be like, girl, look how far you've come, because nobody's going to believe you without these videos. And I love that for me, and I freaking love that for you. So are you with me? We hold my hand. We got to do this. What's that little game you used to play? Red Rover, when you used to, in elementary school, when you used to hold hands with other people, and the biggest brolicky they would send over to break your chain. No, we got to stand in a line for all the corruption and just the exposés and just what's going. It's up to us to add our droplet in the collective energy of everybody. That's our responsibility in this lifetime. You thought this was about you and your evangelistic just your whatever you're trying to achieve. It's leaving something that can't readily be erased. It can't easily be denied. It can't easily be overlooked. It's so you that you leave a ripple effect for the generations coming behind you, the people that's coming behind you. It doesn't even have to be through children. This is your responsibility. This is your life. And it's time to take responsibility and acknowledge it. I know it's scary. I know. But I'm telling you, going to the wilderness is way better than staying there and waiting to get eaten by a predator. I know it feels like you're not a threat. The devil can't use you if you don't use yourself, if you're a hermit, if you stay quiet. The devil kind of like lets you be. But once you start breaking out, once you be like, I can match whatever the devil, the lower self, Satan, I forgot what they call it in Purdy, but just know that devil is your projection. It's not an entity outside of you. You're such a genius that you know how to regulate yourself back down by these different tactics, by being stressed about certain things, by overthinking about certain things. So that is a form of you. Who are you going to let lead, the light or the dark? Who's in charge now? I'm going to give me one of them little captain hats, baby. I am your captain now. Okay? I love you so much. Continue on your journey. We need you. We need you in your full force. We need you healthy. We need you sharp. We need you bright. We need you aware. We need you to know your boundaries. We need you to know what you love. We need you to express yourself. Okay? We need you. I need you. All right, dearie. I love you so much, and you know where to find me. I'll see you tomorrow. Halfway. We're halfway there, baby. It's all downhill, right? It's all down here. What's coming out of me? I haven't released mucoid plaque yet, and that's that rubbery substance that stays in the bottom of your colon that you can't readily digest, and your body's just been storing it. But the shapes, you know how sometimes, this is for my Idaho people and all my wilderness people, you find little, like, especially in nature, somebody will build, rocks on top of each other, and it'll be like largest to smallest. That's what it kinda looks like coming out your body. And I'm gonna leave on that high note. I love you so much. I'll see you tomorrow.